Hey girls, I'm coming to you live in the video, not live on Facebook or Instagram, but coming to you live from my office space, kind of dirty, filthy. I just got finished working out, and so I'm coming to you not dressed up, not in my full makeup, hair done, because I'm keeping it real, right? And so one of the things that I've noticed we keep talking about is this anxiety that we have about going live on Facebook or Instagram or even creating like a YouTube channel, but that fear that we have. And so I've been thinking about that because I really feel like I've been able to sweep some of that fear aside. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean sometimes I don't get those little butterflies or, whew, I'm about to go live, so am I ready? Type feelings, because I think that's just natural and everyone does that. And I think if you talk to people who are even speakers, they talk about that. They talk about that, just preparing themselves and getting ready in that moment before live or going on stage or filming or anything like that. So that's a natural instinct. And I want everyone to know I believe we all experience that. We all feel that moment where it's about to happen, right? That's almost a bit of excitement also, if you think about it. So fear and excitement sometimes translate to the same feelings that we have. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of things with you guys. I feel there's some tips and tricks in this, right? So you have to ask yourself, if I go live, what will happen, right? What am I fearful of? Okay, so let's think about it. Fear is like that natural instinct that we have that creates like warning in our brain because we think something's going to happen. Fear is good if you're in a situation that you might have to get out of, like driving on the road and something's happening and you have to react to it. Let's think about it. If you go live on Facebook, let's just use Facebook right now, what will happen? What's going to happen? Will you be hurt? No. Is something dangerous about to happen? No. So we have to like almost retrain our brain to say, look, that's a natural fear, but it's not one that should be proposing or generating. Like, you have to put that in perspective for yourself and self-talk yourself. You have to talk to yourself and say, look, nothing's going to happen if I go live. So here's the biggest, we have fears, right? Like what ifs. Okay, but I'm going to talk about three things. Prepare. Here's three things, 3 pointers here. 1, prepare. You have to prepare yourself. All right. What are you going to talk about? What are you going live about? Most of us go like I'm going live right now, or I'm going on this video because I'm thinking I want to share with you guys how I prepare myself to go live. So you have to prepare. So I do, like right now, sitting at my office space at my desk behind my camera is my big computer that has my notes. Even if you don't see them, I see them. So I have notes. And if I'm in my bathroom and putting on makeup and going live for pharmacy, I have sometimes sticky notes, and even on my mirror, and I don't know if you know this trick, take a dry erase marker, write on your mirror with your dry erase marker the things that you're going to talk about. I know I'm also sell plunder. If I'm going to talk about jewelry, I can't remember the pieces because maybe they're new, I write them on my mirror so I can tell them. Same thing with pharmacy. Like if you want to name the products and you're not sure you're going to remember like the color or the name or the number, write it down, put it behind your camera, and just look at it. Who cares? Well, I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, let me think about it. Let me think. And if you don't want to be like, well, let me see what it says. But even if you say that, who cares? I mean, nobody cares if you have to read what the name of the product is, right? No one's going to care. They care about how you feel about that product, to be honest. They want to know, what do you think? What about that product can you tell them? For example, I do a Fun Facts Friday also. I know I was telling you guys that I also do In the Kitchen with Kelly. I go live a lot, I realize. But I do a Fun Facts Friday every Friday morning. I'm going to have to nail down a time because right now I'm kind of like all over the place because if I do something the night before and I want to sleep in, I do. But I usually try to post what time I'm going to do my Fun Facts Friday. But I'm prepared for that. And usually that's something that's going to draw in or generate what I'm doing for that day, or maybe it's a national day that day. So I'm talking about that. When it was Shark Week, I talked about sharks. When I did my inspirational look for Disney look for Ariel, I did a whole Little Mermaid Fun Facts. So I did Fun Facts Friday. But I'm prepared and I have them behind me and I read them as I'm getting my makeup on and I talk about my makeup with everybody. And I do that and I don't care. And sometimes people comment and sometimes they don't. But I act like I'm talking to like a million people and they're all listening and having a great time with me. I just do it. I envision that and just go, oh, they're going to listen and like what I say. And if they don't, they don't. And guess what? I don't care. And the best part is you can't see their faces. So if you can't see their faces, you really don't know how they feel about what you're doing. So I pretend they're all sitting there smiling and enjoying everything I'm saying. Why? Because that just makes me feel better in presenting. All right, so prepare. Just prepare yourself. I also generate like a spreadsheet on my computer that tells me what I'm going to be doing for the month. So on Monday, maybe I have my letterboard with a quote, and I usually do that, and I post something with my letterboard and talk about that. Maybe it's a national holiday or national day. You can pull up that calendar online, post something about that day, post something about a product. I have everything laid out in a whole month spreadsheet, so I am prepared on what's happening, because if you're trying to fly by the seat of your pants, sometimes that's the anxiety. However, I'm going to also throw in, sometimes you just have those natural times that you're going to talk, like me right now. I'm not prepared. Look, my hair's sticking out all over the place. That's okay. That's real. And you want to share that with people. Like if you were out on a hike and you saw something, you were like, oh my gosh, this is so inspirational. I'm going to go live right now. Kind of just brainstorm what you're going to talk about and do it. Just go live. And who cares if people listen or don't? As long as it's bringing you joy, that's all you can do. All right, so we got to get rid of the what ifs. What if I mess up? So here's the honest truth. You're going to mess up. Yeah, you're going to fail and you're going to mess up. Now, what do I mean by that? You might have in your head what your live is supposed to look like. But guess what? The person on the receiving end doesn't know what you're going to be doing or saying. So they don't know if you messed up. I'll give you a good example of this. Okay, so I did my Disney inspirational look, Ariel. I could not get the magnetic eyelashes on. Okay, so I put on the eyeliner, which is a hot mess. And I'll have to talk to you about that another time, because somebody's going to have to give me some tips and tricks, because my eyelashes are so long. I can't get the eyeliner in here without and I have to wear glasses. So I want y'all to envision this. Look. Yeah, that's me trying to get on eyeliner. I mean, I'm not good at it, but I'm trying, and I couldn't do it, right? And I was thinking in my head, crap, I can't get that eyeliner and eyelash. So I started cracking up, and I was like, look, guys. And I explained to them what was going on. I said, when I get off, I'm going to finish my eyelashes, and then I'll take some pictures and I'll post them. And so what? I mean, nobody was like, I can't believe you couldn't get those eyelashes to work. I mean, it's kind of funny. So who cares? Roll with that. You're going to mess up. It's going to happen. I feel like, what if, this is one of our biggest what ifs. What if people don't like it? What if people don't like what I'm saying? Guess what? They don't have to watch it. And you don't know it. You don't know if they're watching it or not watching it. You just know who likes it, loves it, or comments, right? You don't know who's watching you online and liking you or not liking you. That's the best part. I just pretend everybody's watching and liking me, and who cares? What if someone comments negatively? Well, counter that. If you need help countering it, reach out to us. I know this whole tribe. I mean, I love all of us working together. Can give you some pointers on something kind to say back. I usually just thank everybody up front. So this is what I was going to say. And who cares, right? Who cares? So here's prepare, get rid of the what ifs, and who cares? Who cares if someone doesn't like it, right? What I do to try to counter that, I thank everybody up front. So I post probably weekly something that says, I cannot thank you enough for your support and supporting me in my small business. I appreciate it, your support. And I just try to go out there and grab everything I can say to thank people for supporting me, right? And I say that in many different ways. So if anybody's on that cusp of thinking they want to say something negative to me, maybe that's going to back them off. But really, guess what? On Facebook, you can block people or delete their comments and whoop-de-doo, or ignore it. And I'm just going to tell you, most of the time, I just comment back and say, oh, and I really haven't had anyone say anything negative to me on Facebook, but if I did, I'd probably just say, I'm so sorry you feel that way, but I appreciate your feedback. Boom. Whoop-de-doo. And guess what? I can take that with a grain of salt, because probably there's 50 other people out there to that one that's saying, hey, good job. I appreciate what you're doing, or I'm interested, or they're watching and liking it. So who cares? Because really, honestly, not everybody's going to like what you're doing or saying. And that's life. And once you kind of prepare your brain that this is all happening, that, okay, nothing bad's going to happen to me if I go live. Some people are going to like it. Some people are going to hate it. I don't care. And really, nobody's going to hate it. They just might not like it, or they might not be interested. So what? You don't know if they're not interested. All right. So here's my 3 tips. I'm leaving it here. Prepare. Got to get yourself prepared. If you're prepared, you feel better. You just really do. Think about that. If you've created a to-do list already for your week or your day, you feel better because you've checked things off. If you're flying by the seat of your pants, sometimes things are chaotic and hectic, right? Okay, prepare. Get rid of the what ifs. What if? What if? I was a teacher for 20 years, and I have to tell you that I used to tell my kids, I expect you to walk into this room and fail at things. Because if I'm not creating something that causes you to fail and learn from, then I'm just sharing with you the things you already know and you're already successful at. Now, what I mean is, I don't want them to fail, but I want them to attempt to try things and not always life be easy. I want them to be able to process and problem solve and to do it, right? And get through those moments, okay? And thank everybody. If you go out there over and over and thank people and tell them you appreciate their support, supporting me is free by liking my page. I'm going to turn this a little bit. My son is coming in there. If you do that up front, I think you're going to generate a group of people that are going to be more supportive than maybe they already are if you're running into that hiccup. Okay. Look, girls, that's all I wanted to share with you. It was a lot. This has been weighing on my heart and in my mind. I'm that person who says, who cares? Like, I'm about to share this with you guys. I don't know if you watch it or not, and that's okay with me. But if one person watches this and says, wow, that really spoke to me, and that's the moment I'm going to say, throw it out the window, and I'm going to prepare myself, get rid of the what ifs, and thank everybody that is supporting me, then hey, we're in this together, right? If you didn't need this message, that's okay too. That's part of life and a part of going live and sharing videos. Girls, I'm so happy to be on this team with you. I'm so excited to be in this 90-day sleigh. I'm going to tell you, I haven't finished one day yet of the entire list. So if you're out there feeling bad that you haven't, don't. That's my life right now. That's where I'm at. But I'm looking at the checklist. I'm definitely paying attention to it and making me more cognizant and a better person in this business. And I just appreciate you guys.